Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Kendra Plays The Sims, and for today's video, as you can see by the thumbnail, I'm going to be talking about AM and PM tradition. So this is all about having a morning and night routine for your sim, which I feel like adds a little bit more gameplay into The Sims 4. So if you're interested in this mod, go ahead and stay tuned. But first things first, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. That way you always see my future content. So like I mentioned before, this mod is all about adding in a new routine. And the way that you do this, and I'm just going to show you an example, then I'm going to go into the website to show you how you can actually download it. You do have to go into your calendar, and just a heads up, before you do all of this scheduling and placing holidays, you do have to know that right now we're on Wednesday. We can't add a new holiday. So just based on The Sims 4 says cannot add a holiday on the current day. So every day, if you want to do a tradition, you do have to schedule it a day in advance. Or you could go ahead and just like mass all of them. So you could just like place all of them at one time. But just for this example, I'm just going to show you for Thursday. And I've already got mine on my calendar, but I'm going to cancel it. That way you can see exactly how to do it yourself. So you're just going to scroll down to the bottom and you're just going to click on add holiday. And for me, I'm going to give my holiday name morning routine. And unfortunately, you can't change it from a holiday just because there's really no workaround in the sim to really change it up. So you kind of have to stick with the holiday, but really it's just like a normal day. And I'm going to click on an icon, and I think there's a way to add some icons as well, but I haven't really worked through that all the way. So I'm just going to use these hearts just to say this is a little bit of self-care. And I'm not going to give it the day off work or school because I don't really want it to be a holiday. I just want it to be more so of a tradition. And so now under choose new traditions, we have apply makeup, brush teeth, bathe, shower, shave. There's all kinds of things. But for my sim, I'm just going to go for apply makeup, brush teeth, and I want her to, let's see, I want her to shower too. So I want that to be her tradition in the morning. And I'm just going to click check. So now you can see it's on our calendar and it's marked as morning routine. So like I mentioned before, you can go ahead and just kind of put your routines on your calendar. It's really up to you. That way you don't ever have to worry about missing a day or anything like that. You can go ahead and just schedule it yourself. So let's see what it looks like when my sim actually wakes up and starts to do her morning routine, and how that looks when it's like checking them off and just showing us how we're navigating things for the day. Okay, and I got my sim up, and now you can see the morning routine. It lasts from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. So it really doesn't matter when your sim wakes up because it's going to act as a normal holiday. So you can really fulfill all of these things as you see fit. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and click on brush teeth, and I'm going to go ahead and take a shower. And also, in order to apply makeup, you do have to have the vanity. So you do have to make sure that you have that first. And I can't remember which kit. I'll probably type it down in the description box. That way you kind of know which kit to have. And I think for some of these, you do have to have specific kits or packs. Like to do the skincare, you do have to have spa day. And then in order to have the apply makeup, you have to have the vanities from one of the kits or packs. So let's have her work through her morning routine, and you can see as it checks off these little things too. And then we'll get into the website. So if you're interested, you can download it yourself. Okay, so I've had my sim brush her teeth, and that checked it off. And now she's showering, and that's being checked off as well. So as you can see, you can have your morning routine set up exactly how you see fit. You can have multiple things. You can have a million things you have your sim do, or you can save some things for later at night, or, you know, however you see fit. So I think that's why I really like this mod, is because it allows you to have a little bit more structure to your day. And it does allow you to have like certain things set out for your sim to accomplish as well. So as you can see, they've all been checked off, and I think this will actually fulfill her. Like with any other holiday, it'll basically say she was satisfied or something like that. I can't remember how the terminology is, but basically it'll let you know that your sim is feeling good because they actually completed the tradition and the holiday. So let's get into the website and I'll show you how you can download and how you can navigate so you can get the packages in your game as well. Okay, so I'm here on Patreon, and as you can see, the content creator was Sim with Shan. So once you get to the website, it has a lot of description on here about AM/PM traditions and how the mod works, all that good stuff. But I just wanted to stop here with everything that's included, just so you can get a good idea of everything that you can have your sim do. We have bathe, brush teeth, coffee and tea, journaling, apply makeup, remove makeup, pack lunch, shave, shower, skincare, words of affirmation. So there's so many things that you can have your sim do, and you can kind of play around with how you want your routine set up. So to download it, you do click on this download button and it'll take you to the next page. So it's kind of the same thing, but it actually has the packages you need. It makes sure you read through all of this stuff right here. So don't mess with the mod, don't modify it, all of that good stuff, because the simmer doesn't want you to. And make sure you just read through all the information first. I always say this about all mods because you never know when it's being updated, or if it matches a patch that's been updated in the game, or if the game goes through a really big update. You just want to make sure that they're compatible so it doesn't crash your game. So just make sure you're reading all the time with all of your mods. Don't just download them into your game. But as you can see, we have some attachments here, and they're all packages. So the great thing about this mod is you don't have to download all of them if you don't want to. Me personally, I have all of them in my game because I just like the functionality and being able to play around with them. But I think for some of them, you do have to have certain packs. So like if you don't have spa day, I wouldn't recommend the skincare. And I can't remember the kit that is associated with it. I'll leave it down in the description box. But with the apply makeup and remove makeup, you have to have a vanity. And I don't think in all of them there is a vanity. You have to have a specific one. So I wouldn't download those two if you don't have the vanity in your game. But for the other ones, you can definitely download those. So how you do that is you just basically click on them, and I'm not going to do it because I already have them installed, but you just click on them and they're going to go into your downloads file. And after that, you're just going to take those packages and move them into your mods folder. So I'll give you a quick example how that looks actually in my file, in my mods file, so you can get a quick glimpse of what that looks like, because it's pretty simplistic. Okay, so I'm here in my mods folder, and as you can see, I have all of the packages that I want in my game. But basically, just to give a quick walkthrough, from your downloads folder, you would basically kind of just copy and paste. But just a side note, I will go ahead and pin your mods folder. That way you don't always have to go through the deep dive of finding your mods. So once you have your downloads open, you would just basically copy the ones that you want in your game and move them into your mods folder. It's pretty much that simple. I promise I don't really try to deal with any of the mods that have all kinds of crazy stuff going on with them. So I promise you it's that easy. You just basically copy those files you want and then just place them into your mods folder. And that's pretty much it. I hope you really like this mod. I know I do. It just allows a little bit more functionality. And it makes me remember that my sim, like just kind of making it more human-like in a way. So having a routine to go through in the morning, like packing a sack lunch before work, shaving, brushing your teeth, because those are all things I sometimes forget to do in the sim. So let me know down in the comments, are you going to actually put this mod in your folder, or is this something that you're going to pass up on? I'd definitely like to hear your thoughts.